Thank you, Rachel. I am now pleased to welcome our keynote speaker. Chineze Nwagbo has been a lot of places, and today we're extra fortunate she's traveled all the way to celebrate with us. Whether it was on the court as a professional basketball player competing in championship games, off the court working to improve the NBA and its outreach initiatives, or in auditoriums like this, inspiring young people. She is a living example of the success that you can achieve by following your passions and putting in the hard work. Please join me in welcoming Chineze Nwagbo.
I'm going to ad-lib just a tad bit. I did not expect to come here and shed a tear and be amongst family. This is an amazing event. You guys should be very, very proud of yourself. It is with a great deal of honor that I stand before you, sharing words I wish someone would have shared with me many moons ago. I wanted to make today special, something unique. Something that you could carry with you for the rest of your life. And I thought, what better way to leave a lasting impression? What better way to speak to these young, brilliant minds than to leave something tangible, something not only heard by the ears, but felt by the soul. So I devised a short list of 5 life principles that have changed the entire scope of my life. 5 principles which have helped me make the right choices when faced with the darkest adversities. Wisdom that have been imparted upon me throughout my life journey in high school, at Syracuse University, my 11 years as a professional basketball player playing all over the world, and now a thriving professional looking to be the first female to general manage an NBA team. I share these life principles with you in hopes that you too can find them useful as you embark on your path, creating successful grooves in the pages of your story. My first principle carved its way into my life when I was 14 years old. You see, 14 was the first time I ever came face to face with basketball. The first time I ever mingled with the idea that I could be something great. And instantly I began to dream big. This life principle is best illustrated in a quote created by the brilliant Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who stood for greatness and unity at a time when our nation was stricken with indignities, racism, and hatred. He said, "I have a dream." Graduating seniors of Mott Hall V, I stand here today to express my passion for my dreams and my passion for you to have a dream as well. Dream wild, dream far. Dream as if your life depended upon it, because it absolutely does. Dream and then act. Dream and believe. Dream and build foundations under those dreams from which you can grow exponentially. Dream and have a focus so indomitable that nothing or no one can come in the way of you fulfilling that dream, so dream big. My second life principle provided a freedom I never knew existed until I no longer wanted to be constrained nor defined by the negative things that parents would say about me as a young player growing up. A freedom I needed when those parents would regard me as a horrible player or argued and rolled their eyes when I used to get more playing time than their daughters. Yeah. But, I'm sorry, one second. I was tired of hearing their thoughts and why I never was going to make it as a player or get an athletic scholarship, or why the idea of dreaming to be a professional basketball player was a waste of my time. That negative talk didn't serve me. It didn't speak to who I was and where I was going. So I decided to create my own definition of success. So my second life principle is described with this quote, and it says, "Don't measure your progress using someone else's ruler." You see, success is not measured by how you do in comparison to someone else. Success is measured by how you do in comparison to how you could have done, the effort you could have put forth, the hard work you could have given. Graduating class of 2018, I ask you from this day on, from this point in your life, to silence all the critics. Stop comparing yourself to others and have the courage to be uniquely you. And I share this brilliantly empowering quote with you because I believe if you make this a life doctrine, you will shine phenomenally brighter than you ever have in your entire life at your own time, which will be the right time because it will be on time.
There you go.
I didn't want to ornament my third life principle with too many decadent words or personal life experiences. I simply want to say this. If it hadn't been for the kindness bestowed upon me by a few phenomenal people I had the privilege to meet on my journey, the kindness that exposed parts of my character that I am fortunate to stand firmly in today, I would not be who I am. My third life principle is best exemplified by the intelligent Mark Twain, who said, kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. Graduating students of Mott 5, be kind. Be so kind that the act of being kind becomes second nature to your soul. Because in kindness you will find the root of success. In kindness you will find all things pure and all things fulfilling to the meaning of your life. So be kind. My fourth principle speaks for itself. It speaks to the importance of having amazing friends in your corner during the most challenging times in your life. Like the time when my father was diagnosed with leukemia my junior year in high school. Or the time that I tore my ACL and had to sit out an entire year and a half going through rehab after rehab after rehab. Or the time when my coach thought winning against an NCAA ranked basketball team was more important than me going home and being with my family shortly after my dad died, losing his, courageous battle to cancer. Luckily, during those times when it seemed like life was trying its hardest to break me down, I had real friends to remold me from the shattered and broken pieces. Real friends who made it their duty to help me recreate something far better, who helped me stand tall, head high. So, my fourth life principle is best described by this quote. A friend is someone who makes it easy to believe in yourself. I cannot express how important it is to surround yourself with people who hold you accountable for being a better version of yourself. People who are not afraid to speak up and tell you when you're wrong or help you adjust your lens when your vision becomes blurry. People who are open to the differences of the world, embrace all parts of you, the good and the not so good, but without judging you. People who force you to live in your truth, bend towards that truth and breathe in the air of truth. People who are so secure in their existence and identity that they encourage you to love yourself in a way that solitude could never. People who will comfort you on your darkest days and rise to the tune of your laughter on your sweetest days. These friends will become your tribe. These friends will become your family. These friends will become a direct reflection of who you are and everything that you stand for. So choose your friends wisely. My fifth and final principle for today comes from a couple of quotes said by the elegantly empowering Oprah Winfrey, which read, "Doing the best at this moment puts you in the best place for the next moment. And everybody has a calling, and your real job is to figure out as soon as possible what that is, who you were meant to be, and begin to honor that in the best way possible for yourself." Mott Hall V, graduating seniors of 2018, be proud of this day, this accomplishment of graduating. Stand tall in the face of adversity as you move forward, deeper in the realm of your dreams and in the being of your purpose. Pour everything you have into the life you wish to create, because if you do, who you strongly desire to become will meet you at every decision you make, turning every no you hear into a roaring yes, knocking down the highest barriers and creating the most unbelievable will to keep going. My dream for you today is that you take these 5 life principles and walk away from this graduation proud of all that you've accomplished thus far. Inspired to dream big, create your own definition of success, Treat yourself and others with unmitigated love and kindness. Choose real friends who have the courage to hold you accountable to your greatness. And finally, approach your life with a passionate resilience to be who you were meant to be. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Nwagbo. And now for a musical selection, This Is Me, we welcome back to the stage Mr. Ortiz and Mott Hall Voices.